Good evening and welcome to the Shifnal podcast sponsored by Prince Pro. It's our first podcast with three guests tonight, and it's a really unique one because it's our first father and son podcast. So a big hello to Billy and George Scott.
Oh, yeah.
And we're joined by Connor Patterson. Connor, first pre-season game at the weekend. How did you think it went?
Yes, mate, I thought it went really well. You know, there's just little things that we'd worked on with the lads in training that we took into the game that was looking on. We can't really comment on much things that we didn't work on, so we just let the lads go out there and play and just had a look at some things. But I think it was all around a good performance from the lads and a good result to start pre-season off.
And to be fair, credit to Dorley because they're obviously a step or two lower than us. And to be fair, I thought they gave a really good account of themselves, especially first half.
Yeah, mate, that was always going to be the case for 45-60 minutes. They were always going to be in the game. He's got a good side there. Tom has, some real quality players that have been around for a long time now that know the level and know how to play. So, yeah, for 60 minutes, like I say, they were in the game, but then fitness levels come through and we just pushed on and went on to dominate the game, to be fair.
Yeah, and good luck to them for the rest of the season because they've got a really nice project going there, haven't they? You can see they're working hard to develop the ground, etc.
Definitely, mate. I wish Dorley and Tom all the best, and I hope they push themselves up.
So obviously another training session done tonight, and you've had a few signings announced this week as well.
Yeah, mate. Another training session under the belt tonight for the lads. Lads are really starting to get fit now. I've had 2 signings come in this week that have been announced, so really looking forward to getting going now. A few more signings coming in the next few weeks, but we're not far off now.
And obviously a few weeks ago we announced the signing of goalkeeper George Scott. So would you like to introduce George?
Yeah, so we've signed George Scott. He was at Market Drayton last season. Only heard good things about George. Really looking forward to working with him this season. So everyone, this is George Scott.
George, I'm delighted to have you back at Shifnal.
Thank you.
What's brought you back to Shifnal?
Just, it's a good club, good fans, and it's just a good group of lads as well that I know quite well, so it was a no-brainer really.
And obviously this is your second stint here?
Yeah, second and
Because the first time you were here was under Danny and Castle, wasn't it?
yeah.
And how old were you then?
17?
17, yeah, because it was your first taste of men's football, was it?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah, because I can remember, I think it was the Lichfield game in particular at home where we drew 0-0, you pulled off a string of amazing plays in that game.
Good game, yeah.
So after your first stint at Shifnal, where did you go after that?
Well, I went back to Talford for my loan and just saw out the season there,
Yeah.
just not playing. And then after that, I left Talford and went to Market Drayton.
Yeah.
Played 4 seasons at Market Drayton.
And obviously last season was quite a tough one for the team and for yourself because obviously being a goalkeeper you were in the thick of it with a team that was really fighting relegation for most of the season. But I'm guessing, to be fair, for a goalkeeper it was arguably the best club to be at because it gave you so much experience. Because obviously if you're at team top of the league you could be redundant most games.
Yeah, it was good because I'm always busy.
Yeah.
So it's good to be involved all the time. So yeah, it was all of it.
Excellent. Would you like to welcome your dad to the podcast?
Yeah, this is my dad.
Yeah, it's great to have you both here because this is the first father and son episode that we'll have. So Billy, what's your background in football?
Yeah, I used to play Sunday League football. I used to play against Connor's uncle. I was sort of Red Admiral in the day in the Premier, and Colin used to run the Park Inn and had one of the best teams around. So we had some good battles with them. That was a local derby back in the day. But then I sort of played a lot for the Shifnal team, so I was with Dave Dainty, Shifnal 97 on a Saturday afternoon in the Salop League, and then I played in the Sunday morning for a couple of Shifnal teams, Idsall, Rangers, one of them was called, and I ended up managing that team as well. So yeah, quite a background Saturday and Sunday football.
So what's intriguing me, lads, is that Dad, super centre forward, young son comes along, goalkeeper. What's happened there? Why aren't you following in your dad's footsteps?
To be fair, I used to be a striker,
Ah, okay.
and then it's primary school. I just decided I wanted to go and goal.
Yeah. How did you find that, Dad? Did you think, a bit of a brave move? Because obviously they're a rare breed, these goalkeepers, aren't they?
I had one at each end, so I was quite happy. His twin brother's a striker, so
Excellent.
he's carried on the tradition, and George has gone in the net, so I was quite happy. It's okay, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. And interestingly, Billy, you've had quite a career in the police force.
Yeah, I retired in 2019, so I did my 30 years. I retired as a detective chief inspector, so I worked my way up in CID. But yeah, when I first started at the age of 19, I went off to Kidderminster and did 7 years there, and that was something you had to do back in the day. You couldn't sort of work in the town that you grew up in, so I am a Telford lad. I was brought up on the Woodside estate, so yeah, I've seen a few things. Yeah, police career, brilliant. Enjoyed every minute of it. But after the 30 years, I was ready to go and pass the mantle to somebody else.
Is it something that's inspiring your sons' future careers, or are you not interested, you boys?
Well, I'm not really, because I just struggle playing football still, working
Yeah.
night shifts and that.
Yeah.
I'd rather not do it.
Yeah, but it is something that interests you though. It's not
Yeah.
like you completely rule it out.
No, as a kid, I always grew up dressing up in dad's stuff. Police officer.
His twin brothers joined actually, joined about 8 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
He was never interested, Eddie. He started his own business and everything. He had his
Yeah.
exotic pet shop and that, but then he was working landscaping and that, and I think the winter did for him really. He was just getting out in the cold and he thought, no, I'll go for an easy job in the police. So Eddie started his, he's been in for about 8 weeks now.
And from the police force, interestingly, I did a bit of research on Google. You ended up on 4 in a bed.
Or in the bed. Yeah. we were robbed by a horrible pair from Wales, but yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah, we had 2 weeks of filming for that, going up and down the country, and that was when we were licensees at the Queen's at Horton, which is a fantastic pub as well,
Yeah.
bar, restaurant, and B&B accommodation, and yeah, we had 2 great weeks filming that. We ended up runners up because we had a bit of an underpayment off, like I say, a pair from Wales, so no bitterness, so I'm okay about it now, we're over it.
So having done the police force and the licensee, do you think you made the right decision being in the police force? You don't think that if you'd have had your time again, you might have liked to have been a licensee perhaps from the beginning?
Yeah, well, the reason we did it was Tracy, the wife, her mum and dad were licensees for many years and ran a lot of pubs in Shifnal and that. So we just thought, you know, the opportunity came up. It was a friend of ours that run the pub, and we said we'd give it a go, really. But yeah, it was just long days, and your days off on a Monday and Tuesday, you can't really do a lot, really. So yeah, we just had enough. We had the 2 years, and we just come away, and just a bit more chill.
So what are you doing in terms of day work now, George?
I'm an apprentice bricklayer.
Oh,
so
okay.
Monday to Friday. I go
Yeah,
to
yeah,
college
yeah.
on a Tuesday. But
Yeah.
Should be qualified next year.
So are you looking potentially to have your own business or work for someone else?
I'm not too sure at the minute. Just I want to see. It depends on money, doesn't it?
Yeah. Got to look after those hands, though, haven't you, mate?
Yeah.
Connor's not going to be too happy if you're dropping bricks on them fingers. Billy, so what are you looking forward to with George coming back to Shifnal?
I just enjoyed every minute when he was here on loan from Telford and being involved. The setup, fantastic. I think Connor's a great move for the club, but I know the passion of the chairman as well and what he's trying to achieve here. So I just think it's the right move for him now. He's experienced the Midland League last season, had a good season in difficult circumstances, market rate and changing managers 4 times, players going every time. But he enjoyed that and he learned a lot from that last year, and that's what he needed. And to work with the lads that he knows here now, and as I say, the chairman and the manager you've got in now, I just think it's a great move for him.
But it's not going to be easy though, is it? Because I see that this week, Connor, you've signed a new goalkeeper.
Yes, mate. I've signed a new goalkeeper this week. Reece, a young lad that's come in from Hempstead. Deeks is he knows him very well. Speaks very highly of him. Reece is still young and still learning, but we've got Reece on a form this week, and I've had the conversation with George now. Them two are going to be there to fight it out between them.
Yeah, but it's going to be really good for you, isn't it? Because both are of a similar age, and you know you're going to be able to learn off each other. You've both played at a good standard of football. It's going to be, like Connor says, it's going to be dog eat dog. You've got to go for it, both of you.
Yeah, it's definitely good. It's good competition, and it makes training better as well. Because if you're just on your own, and like you're on your own a bit in training, it's better to have someone else who can do your own things like we have been doing. So
Because at a lot of clubs, like professional wise, they tend to have the number one goalkeeper, and then obviously that second keeper is only going to play if someone gets injured. But it has got to be good for you as a player to know that I've got to perform. Otherwise, if my standards aren't there, this bloke's going to take my place.
yeah, definitely. It's all good.
Well, I wish you every success for the season, George. Billy, it's great to have you back at the club as well.
Thank you.
Connor, keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you.
Thanks.